So this is the sign of spring to me. New growths are appearing, starting to appear everywhere. These are, you see those? Those are peppermint. And over here, these are oregano. I threw some seeds here last winter, and I'm hoping that they will grow on their own. As you know, these tiny little seeds are not easy to just broadcast directly to the soil and expect it to grow, but somehow, so far I got clumps of oregano here, and I have, those are peppermint. That's peppermint as well in there. And that's rosemary. And this is last year's oregano. As you can see, it's doing very well. Oh, I'm trying to create shadows so that it won't be too bright. But that's oregano and more rosemary over there. And my asparagus, as you can see, are all starting to come up. They're starting to emerge from the soil. Look at that. See that right there? Some of them you really can't tell very well because of this sun is just creating like a what? There you go. You see that? Asparagus there. And this one, like, nice long stalk. And so they're all coming out now as well. My asparagus seems to be coming back, and this will be the second year since I planted this asparagus. See that tiny little growth right there? It's very hard to see. It's like a little toothpick, or maybe bigger than toothpick, but they're very tiny, and you really gotta look right here. Look close to recognize that those are the asparagus. So the asparagus are also starting to emerge from under the soil. That one right there. I don't know if you could see that at all, but right there to the right, there's a little asparagus spear. So it seems like my asparagus are coming back this year. I was kind of worried. I was wondering if I did things right with it, and as long as they're starting to come back, there go several spears here. This tells me that my husband and I did something right. Okay, asparagus are coming back as well. Along the edges of this raised bed, I have planted my sugar snap peas, and as you can see, there they are. Coming right along. I don't even have to cover this at night. Sugar snap peas seems to be taking the temperature, the below 50 at night temperature. They're taking it very well. So this looks like a mess, but these are my what do you call this thing? Leeks. This will be the first time I am planting leeks as well. I have the seeds in my greenhouse. I have them overwintered there, and now I planted some of it so far out here in my hoop house, I cut the long stems, and because they are quite long, and hopefully here are the cuttings. I just kind of threw that there. Hopefully they turn out. I have no experience with leeks. This will be my first time, but I do love my soup, and leek soup is one of the best tasting soup I ever had. And now over here, those are celery. I just planted them there as well. So that's a very nice looking touch soy right there. And I guess you know what will be my lunch for today. And there are some more stuff I could gather for today's lunch. Let me go on the other side. I really have enough kale to pick today as well. I picked them, several leaves on each plant, and by the time I'm done picking, I'll have so much more than I need. But I will be adding this red Russian kale to my touch soy for today's lunch. And oh, take a look. Here are some more of my celery. I'm trying to do the method called blanching, and we'll find out soon enough if it worked. And here, these are the peppers I showed you earlier. Still doing well with the cold nighttime temperature of below 50. Still doing just fine. And here's another one. This one I did the same thing as well. This is celery. Now right now they're still kind of short. They're about my cover on that there looks like about 6 inches long or tall. And as the celery grows, I'm gonna be adding more to wrap it around with the same material. And since I never did something like this before, well, we'll all find out if the method that I used worked. Okay, so, and my beets are looking nice and healthy. It won't be long I'll be able to harvest me some beets green and pickle some beetroot. One of my favorite vegetables, the beets, looking rather nice as well. And there are more beets back there as well. I did not focus the camera there. There are some beets going on back there, hiding behind all this red Russian kale and daikon radish. And here's my baby bok choy. Remember I showed you a baby bok choy that was being feasted on by what I believe are slugs. Now look at them. They're actually bolting and starting to have flowers. And I'm going to allow this baby bok choy to bloom and save some seeds from this. One of my favorite greens are baby bok choy. And so you can see that my daikon radish are in bloom, and I am saving this for seeds. So I allowed this radish to grow flowers, and now actually you can see that it is starting to have or develop the pods. This will be the daikon radish pods right there, tiny little. My daughter thought they were thorns yesterday, but those are tiny little pods, as you can see, starting to develop. This is daikon radish flowers. Now Let me go inside. I'm outside the hoop house actually. Now over here you can see these yellow flowers that you're looking at right there. And here, these are my mustard. Okay? And as you can see, these are also developing the little pods. The bumblebee was busy here yesterday. They will be here very soon. It's starting to warm up. But this is my favorite mustard. I just love it. I could just blanch it lightly and squeeze some lime on it, and I'm good with it. That will make me a meal. But this is my favorite mustard. As you can see, all of those pods starting to develop.